Today's edible presents: oat and vanilla shortbread cookies. Easy, delicious. What more could you ask for in a present? Hello. Today we're going to be making oat and vanilla shortbread cookies, the first in our series of edible presents. Let's start by turning the oven on. Okay, put your oven on to 180 degrees, gas mark 4. Obviously if you've got a fan oven, reduce it by 10%. Leave it to warm up while you prepare your cookies. So all you need to make these oat and vanilla shortbread cookies are just a few simple ingredients. You need 200 grams of butter. I've used unsalted, chopped it up and it's softened. 100 grams of icing sugar, which I'm going to sift before I put it in. A teaspoon of vanilla extract, preferably the best one you can get. 200 grams of plain flour, which I will also sieve later. 100 grams of porridge oats, and this time I've decided to use Scottish jumbo oats. And finally, half a teaspoon of baking powder. Equipment. This includes a hand mixer, or you could use a food processor if you prefer. You'll need a spatula, some measuring spoons, large mixing bowl. You'll need a sieve. You'll need a couple of baking trays lined with baking paper, cooling rack for when they come out of the oven, and some cling film. Take your 200 grams of softened unsalted butter, put it in the bowl, and mix with the hand blender for approximately 5 minutes until fluffy. So now the butter is nice, light, soft and fluffy, as you can see, and you need to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and gradually sift in your icing sugar. When you finish adding your icing sugar, mix it in until, again, nice, soft and fluffy. So take a couple of minutes. So after a minute or so, as you can see, it's all now mixed in. It's nice, light, fluffy. What you now need to do is sift in the baking powder and the plain flour. And then once that's all mixed in, we'll go on to the final ingredient. Give it a quick mix. At this stage, don't overmix it, so it's loosely combined. What you now need to do is throw the oats in and mix it to form a dough. Probably a good idea to use a wooden spoon at this point. Okay, after you've mixed it and formed a rough dough, what you need to do is put it onto a sheet of cling film. Make it a decent sized sheet. And cover it with the cling film, save you getting your hands messy. And what you want to do is form it into a large log or roll. So when you've rolled it into a long log, twist the ends nice and tight and pop it in the fridge. So half an hour's passed, the dough is back out of the fridge. Hopefully you've had a nice cup of tea and a chance to read your book. Unroll your dough mixture. And really simple bit, simply slice it into sections. About half a centimetre thick to a centimetre, depending on how thick you like biscuits. Perhaps reshape it a little if it Feels like it's falling apart somewhat, but don't worry about that. And place them reasonably spread out on a baking tray. Pop the cookies into the oven for about 15 minutes or until light golden brown. So 15 minutes have passed, the cookies are now delicious golden brown, and we need to leave them to cool. Leave them on the tray for a couple of minutes and then turn them out onto the cooling rack. Once they're cool, enjoy. So the cookies are now cool, so of course you can just pile them onto a plate ready to serve. Or alternatively, if you're giving them as an edible present, you could put them in an attractive tin, perhaps a bag of cellophane, some nice ribbon. Choice is yours. And then just as a final serving suggestion, dust with icing. Done. Oat and vanilla shortbread cookies, delicious.